All right. So welcome to another episode of Adding Perspective with Josh. I'm Josh.
I'm Coach Nrgy.
I'm Aphrodite.
I'm Edwina.
I'm Edwina.
Okay. So this week we're going to talk about how, I guess, weight gain or weight loss can affect a relationship or affect the relationship you have with your partner. So when we kind of go down, I guess, the scale of a topic like that, depending on if this is like a dating relationship, an engaged relationship, a married relationship, depending on how, like, most of the time, if you with the person, hopefully you love this person, like hopefully there's some form of commitment with this person. And if so, that means that no matter if the person gains weight or traditionally loses weight, that shouldn't necessarily 100% affect the way that you feel about a person. But sometimes with some people it does, right? Like with some people it actually does, I guess, change the way that they feel or even like view that person at that point. And I don't know, I guess my perception or opinion on that is a little different, because I'm one of those people. I don't think that it should just really matter that much. Like if a person happens to like gain a little or lose a little or whatever the case may be, I mean, it's their body, like it's their choice. Like that's the thing. Like I don't think that anybody should get to a point where they questioning somebody else's like choices like that, because we're all adults. Like, you know, we all have a responsibility to ourselves and also to our relationship. But that's my take. What do you guys think?
Oh, Josh, that's
Okay.
not true.
Go ahead, straighten me out. Okay, straighten me out. Okay.
So I understand your perspective, and it's cool. And in probably in a perfect world, in Josh's world, a theory, that probably would work.
Okay.
That's your body. You do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and we're gonna just skip to the loo and be okay with each other. But
So what's the practicality? Go ahead. What we got?
practically, that's not really what happens with in the perspective of a lot of people. When you listen or you look at and a lot of times it might be because that relationship probably already was having issues, in the weight loss or the weight gain enhance the situation, you know, for whatever reason or another. But you hear a lot of people say, "Well, I was, I got with you because you was this particular size." Mm-hmm. So I got with you because you was this particular size, and I liked the way you were. And if you, so say for instance, a person who lose a lot of weight, and you would, I'm just gonna use the man perspective. He loves a voluptuous woman. He likes the fluff. So it's not this, you know what I'm saying, for her health or whatever her reason is for losing the weight, to make sure whatever she thinks it is, he has an issue with it, because he said, I didn't marry you because you 200 pounds now. I married you because you was 300 pounds. And now that you 200, that's not what I want. Or that's not what I signed up for. I love you, but I gotta go.
I'm in my head. I'm trying to figure out how that sounds. It sounds bad. Like, go ahead.
It is bad.
Yeah.
It is bad, but it happens.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. You know, for whatever reason, you know, a person might have been thinking about, you know, weight loss and weight gain does affect the relationship depending on who the two people are. Mm-hmm. And even with doing a lot of studies and stuff like that, majority of the time, what I've seen, especially like drastic weight loss, people end up in a divorce. Because they partner just feel like they just not satisfied no more with the person that they was, who they had now versus then.
That's true. And then you got to think about it, was the relationship really that shallow? I mean, I thought you'd be the person for, I mean, physical is important as well, but shouldn't it be more so of what attracted you to the person as far as whether you gain or lose weight as time goes on? Physical changes are going to happen. With gray hair, when gravity going to take effect, all that. So shouldn't it be more about intellect and conversation? Shouldn't that be weighted more than just the physical be weighted?
It should, but in all honesty, we don't live in that type of world all the time. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I did put out there that a lot of times it was already prior issues prior to the weight loss.
Yeah. It's just a mixed bag of emotions right there. Like it is. If you with a person that started off at one weight and then they subsequently lose weight or whatever the case may be, the only thing that really changed about that person is the weight. Like the person,
not all the time.
Like so what you saying is whenever a person drops weight, their attitude and their whole body, the way that they view life don't change too?
They mentality. So I see it as, okay, yes, they mentality change. Because one thing about it is who they were at, we just gonna hypothetically say 350, is not who they are at 250 mentally. No.
Yeah. But
that is not who they are.
But how does that affect the relationship, though? Like, think about it.
Just
because your mentality has changed because you lost that weight, you're still inside that same relationship.
Okay, you're inside the same relationship, but you're in a relationship with a whole totally mentally different person. So sometimes people still view you as that 350.
Yeah.
They're not viewing you as who you are now, which is 250. They view you as 350. They see 350. And then you hear the conversations of, well, when you was big, blase. Oh, you prettier now because you blase. Sometimes people don't even understand, partners don't even understand how to have a conversation with their partners between a weight gain or weight loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you gotta understand, we all change. But when you changing that drastically, you need to know and understand that your partner has changed that drastically. You gotta get where they are. You gotta understand their change.
Yeah.
It could be
attitude.
It could be jealousy. Sometimes the other partner can become jealous.
Mm-hmm.
And start envying the partner, the person that they're with. It could be a lot of things that causes issues with the weight loss or the weight gain.
Yeah. I'm curious though. So is it more so about the weight loss or weight gain, or is it more about the attribute that come with weight loss or weight gain? Think about it. Like, because typically when somebody lose weight or gain weight or whatever, things on their body tend to get bigger, they get small. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it more so about the weight thing or is it more about the attribute? What do you think it is?
I believe it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, the example I used was the guy was like a voluptuous woman. So her breast might not be as big as her breast was when she was 300 pounds, right? So she might have lost a lot of weight in her breast. So he's like, okay, so I ain't got no big titties no more. What's the problem? So that's her attribute, right? Let's just be honest.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the guy thing. I don't know, right? But at that particular weight, right, at like 300, whatever, yeah, that's a pretty good bra size right there. So just because you, and this is just my thing, just because you lost that much particular weight does not mean that that particular bra size is going to change a lot, like drastic per se.
It depends on the person. That's not true.
I'm just saying, but sometimes that could be an optical illusion, though, right? Like it can, because just because you drop that weight, those may tend to be a lot more bigger, like a lot more observant. I'm telling you.
It depends on the female herself. Yeah. If she was already a big-breasted woman. But a lot of times, only time a woman, some women breasts, not all women, but some women breasts appear bigger because they are bigger.
Yep.
But the moment they drop some pounds, them breasts disappear. The moment. Do you know how many times you might not know, but I hear it all the time. Oh my God, I lost 20 pounds and my breast is not as what it was 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Before I lost these 20. You know, they size go down. It
does. Interesting. I'm gonna buy.
With all that, with the weight gain and the weight loss, I mean, we're talking about relationships, so I guess I'll just jump right off the pot. So we're talking about from the aspect of no clothes on at this time. So if you go from 350 to 200 and everything go downhill after that, I mean, how's your partner? I mean, they should still love you. They should still respect that. I guess their body should still be beautiful. To then no matter what size you are. But the body transforms as far as skin and muscle and, going up or going down. So the physical attribute of that is if the mate would even be physically attracted to you anymore with the variation.
Yeah. I'm scratching my head on that one too. Okay. Like, because depending on the nature of the relationship, a lot of these conversations happen before everything transpired, like, or should have happened before everything transpired, right? Depending on if a person got like a surgery to make it happen, or if they just went to the gym to make it happen, or whatever the case may be. So the person that's inside of the relationship should at least have an inkling to know that, okay, if this person working out 5 times a week, or if that person going to get this surgery or whatever the case may be, they should know some type of change is coming. Like something is going to be like different about that person.
But knowing and accepting are 2 different things, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a different type of person, but it's just weird that you can turn around and blame the person or so-called fault the person for self-improvement. You know what I'm saying? Like they improve themselves by, losing a little bit or whatever the case may be, or getting healthier or whatever. Now their particular body has changed, and subsequently that person sees you differently or don't want you. It doesn't track them. It doesn't.
It doesn't, but it happens.
It happens. It does happen. Especially from a realm of you were bigger and you were losing weight. So, especially if it's drastic weight, more than 100 pounds, depending on how quickly you lose it, the skin elasticity doesn't always go with it. So then you go in the bedroom, you take off your clothes, and y'all finna do y'all thing. And so happen the lights is on. The lights are on, should I say? The lights are on, and then all of a sudden, he don't want to do nothing no more, or she don't want to do nothing no more at that point, because it's like, okay, I was trying, but now I can't even go there no more. Then what?
Good question. Does everybody just turn off the lights and get in the bed?
Yeah, but y'all men people, y'all have an image in y'all head, and the matter in front of you or in your head, every time that particular event, whatever's going to go down, starts to go down, no matter if the lights on or off, being that you've seen it with the lights on, that's the vision that's going to be in y'all head, because that's what y'all men do. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I look at it differently, because like I said, if that were even the case, I don't know. I don't think you should ever make a person feel bad about certain, body changes or anything like that. I know people do that, which is wrong to my account. That's wrong. Okay. But it's just kind of different. I'm not sure how that would, I guess, track with the female perspective too, to like watch your body go through something like that, and then how you may view yourself like at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like how you would actually see yourself at that point.
So I can speak on that perspective. This a personal that has been a personal journey for me. So the thing about it is, to watch your body transform is from one weight to another. And I'm speaking on weight loss because I can't speak on weight gain. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I can. Let me start lying. So, but to watch your body transform from I'm just speaking on weight loss, from one weight to another weight, and to see it move. Sometimes you deal with a lot of mental conversation when it comes down to, I probably still think I'm that size, right? Or, clothing wise, conversation wise, even setting up a guard. Because sometimes we set up a guard because we've been so, like, I can speak for myself. I set up a guard of like guarding what people have to say to me, right? And it's only because people don't know how to talk. Like, they run their mouth too much. So it's like, I had to learn a balance, and I'm still learning a balance of not feeling like I gotta be on go. Cause you about to say, oh my God, Aphrodite, you were so much pretty. You prettier now than you was because you lost 10 pounds. So I have to learn how to navigate that conversation, because people don't guard their mouths, but I have to guard what works for me. So they don't feel like, oh, she don't go every time I say something. And it's only because they not used to my change. They're not used to my change. Half the time they don't know what to say. So they just say anything. Yeah. Or if you ever grew up, like I grew up always a thick chick, right? So I always had been thick. So you grow up with conversations like, oh, you pretty to be fat. And you be like, what? Like, what does that look like in this life? What does pretty to be fat look like? Like, those are stupid conversations that you encounter. Or now, oh, you so pretty because you lost 10 pounds. Like, you hear those things and you have to, you have to mentally be prepared. And when you go home, and if you allow that to, you absorb that and allow that to set in, you did have to deal with it alone in your own perspective. And it really goes back to, when you transform, you got to transform this too. You got to know who you are and who you becoming. So it doesn't matter if Sally say you prettier to be fat or you prettier to be skinny or black. I know who I am. But it takes time. But also at the same time, that person being that person, and it happens because your family been around you all this time, or people been around you all the time. I can remember when people used to say, Aphrodite, oh my God, you smile. But what the hell you been? Because I smile all the time. Like, I literally had to have that conversation. So what did you see? I smile even when you think I'm playing with you. I'm still smiling. So it's like, so people don't understand that. So in a mental perspective, we as people, and I know me, I have had to deal with that. even this journey that I'm on today, I had to deal with it. Like, I have to deal with it. But I have to learn a balance between dealing with it and just knowing who the heck I am, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Because even though, like, at my size now, people swear that I'm not the size I am. I literally had to, like, show this chick. I was like, this is what I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. I weighed in today. This is where I'm at. But she swear I was about 100 pounds lighter than that. But then I had to realize, why do I have to prove anything to her? Who am I to prove anything? Who the hell is she? I had to check myself, get back in line, be like, that ain't where you at, and keep it moving. So I left her standing there with the conversation. But at first, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, we were gonna go down that track. Like, I was gonna go with her with the conversation. But I did have to check myself. You still go to a certain size you was, not even thinking you're not even that size no more. You still, when you see clothes, you be like, Dad, when I was a size 26, they ain't had that pretty and that. You deal with a lot with the weight loss conversation.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like mentally, you also just have to prepare yourself mentally. So even if that means getting a coach, a therapist, or something to work your way through the conversation and the situation. Because the truth is, even though they so-called love the big girls, they still discriminate. On jobs. Don't get me started. But anyway, yeah, mentally you got to get yourself together.
You had already started.
I was look. I'm like,
Don't
wait,
go. I mean,
we start like what we been doing?
Was that not the start? Like, I was, because you was on go. I just need you to know that you.
Just so silly.
It was good. Honestly, everything you said was true. Like, it is. That was some good stuff. Like, but most people that are not on that particular journey, they wouldn't know all that stuff. Like, everything that you just said, they wouldn't, I guess, comprehend any of that stuff. And when you were talking, I was thinking to myself, could you imagine, like, really going down that type of journey, and then on top of that journey, not having your partner accept you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not having your partner actually, like, you know, being, like, considerate and, you know, complimentary and stuff like that. Like, that's even worse.
And it is. And what I've learned, even throughout my journey in my classes that I've taken or whatever, is a lot of times the most supportive is the people outside of the circle that you're with, outside of your partner. What I've learned is, like, statistically, your partner is not the most supportive. Even though you would think, because we're together, you would be the most supportive, but it doesn't happen. You know, so you have to create, and I've seen it so many times, another support group. So you have to find your support group in order to continue your journey of where you're going. Yeah. And it's a difficult journey. You're already on a difficult journey because you want to get healthier. But then you get healthier and got to hear that look from your partner. Come on now, that don't work. So that's I'm quite sure that's why they end up in divorce half the time. But, you know, who am I? I don't know.
Why are I'm not gonna say most. Why are some women more acceptive of this double standard? Because most time in society you see that the man doesn't want the woman to gain any weight, but then the man can gain all this weight, and we still supposed to be okay with that. in the sense of, I mean, I don't know men wearing no two pieces or no, all the stuff that women can wear per se. I don't know if that's what makes it more accepted as far as the man viewing the woman, but does the woman ever view the man to that point to say, look, babe, look, your belly right here, or you done gained 200 pounds, guess what position we cannot do? So, I'm just going to throw it out there. You get 200 pounds, no, you not crush me. No, that's not what's happening right there. Okay?
And that's offensive. Can you imagine telling your partner you gonna crush them and then y'all trying to perform sex? That's offensive.
It is. I agree.
It's offensive.
It is.
And so and the thing about it is, and when that partner lose, if he decide to lose that extra weight, guess what he's not gonna do? Perform that on you. Cause you said that to him prior to that.
That's
right.
That's just petty. Okay, don't be petty.
I'm just saying it's real. You might not even physically say it to him verbally, but that's what you thinking in your head. So every time you get ready to go down, you got to flip it, or something right quick to where I guess I'm sure eventually a smart person would catch on at that point. But I'm just saying you might not actually the words might not come out, but you're still thinking that same thing.
But imagine somebody who allowed those words to come out of their mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be that type of person to just come out my mouth like that. I mean, I can smooth it over. I wouldn't use that exact word, crush me like that, but it can be a more delicate way. If I even say anything at all.
Just say, I'm worried about my safety.
He did not say
I'm concerned about my safety.
That's wrong. That's evil right there, concerned about your safety.
I'm playing. You said you couldn't think of a better word. I was just trying to fill it in. Like,
concerned about your safety. They look at you like, what? Because they won't be getting it, so then you got to go break it down. What?
That's too funny.
But there is a double standard. I don't hear many women complaining about the size of their man, even though it may be a reverse type thing. Let her gain 10 pounds or get an inch wider than what she was. And he going down through there talking about what you used to be and what you used to do and all that stuff. Why are women in general just more receptive to stuff than men? I mean, scream, kick, and cry over. Why is that?
Oh, and when they call you the modern day woman, girl, don't get me started on that foolishness. But okay.
I'm like you. I'm gonna say something too. As nice as I can put it. So Josh know me. Well, hell, laughing. I'm trying to put it nicely. You don't catch on. Then we get the rude words. Go straight to the point. What you used to, just be rash, just harsh.
And what you think? What's your take on this subject?
Come on.
What? I do understand how there are different scenarios where weight loss or weight gain, it can change the person, which then affects the relationship. So for an example, if let's just say someone who loses weight, if they start walking around with their nose in the air, smelling themselves, then, that can be a turnoff to their partner, and that arrogance that they're now bringing in versus, who they once were, probably someone that was more humble or more positive in their delivery of certain things. But now just because they've lost weight and they're smelling themselves and they're getting all this attention from other people now, it can change how they operate now in this relationship, even though it's the same person, but they have changed their mindset, but not necessarily in a positive way. Yeah, the weight loss is great in a healthy way, but if it has a negative effect on their personality, on their character, then yeah, I can understand if the relationship starts to fizzle, because who wants to be around a person like that? You know, if there's no marriage involved, you know, who wants to be around a person like that? If you know, they're constantly coming with this air of arrogance about them.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. You know, something came to mind whenever you guys were talking. I had a little stint back a long time ago with the whole how women see weight thing and stuff like that. Because I was with this person, you know, way back in the day. And I'm not sure it was like they body shamed me or something. I don't know what that was or something like that. But me personally, I've always been like an athletic type person, like athletic type build or whatever the case may be. And apparently this person was used to like a bigger dude or something like that, like a little bit more like meat on their bones and stuff like that. And I swear in certain small ways, this person was trying to like fed me up and stuff like that. Like, yeah, eat another cinnamon roll, yeah, eat this honey bud or stuff like that, and giving me extra plates. Like,
Josh, wasn't really that, or you were just extra hungry?
No, I'm not playing, okay? Like, this person was saying it all the time. Like, trying to subliminally change my mind to be like a bigger dude or something like that. Like, I'm telling you, like, some women, not all women, but some women, like low key, they be doing that stuff too. Be trying to, you know, change, like just change certain things about guys and stuff like that. And, I mean, it's not a good thing, because in my mind, whenever that was happening to me, I was thinking like, why are you with me? That's the first thing I thought about, because it's like, if you used to a bigger person, why not get a bigger person versus trying to change me? Because I'm okay with me. Like, I'm good with me or something like that. But that's the one thing I could never figure out, though, with that person back then or whatever, that, you know, why that was that way. And yeah, women, like I said, women kind of, some women like that. Like, they like that with certain guys. Like, they are. Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna happen to me though. But it did. Yeah, it did.
You know,
Go ahead, Nrgy. Go ahead.
You know, it also happens naturally. Like, when I'm in relationships, because I like to cook. I like to eat, but I like to cook as well. And like, a person will just gain weight when you're in a relationship, because also, especially if the relationship is like you're happy together. Mm-hmm. You know,
what they call it, the happy fat.
Yeah, you gain those pounds from
the happy pounds,
being in love, and you know, everything is going well, and you just enjoy your time with that person. And especially if y'all cook or spend time breaking bread with each other, like, that weight is going to naturally pick up on both people, because if eating together and conversing over food and over meals is something that you enjoy, then it kind of happens naturally. I know it happens in relationships that I've been in, but it wasn't being done intentionally, but it definitely does happen.
This version was intentional. Like, the version that you talk about, I would prefer that version. Okay, that version sounds good. Like, I'm over here eating my one plate and stuff like that and feeling good about myself. Next thing I know, the whole plate has moved and another plate has come in the middle, like right here. I'm like,
you ain't done yet.
Can I finish? Like, can I finish that?
See, Josh, they just see the height, Josh, and they just feel like, this boy need to eat. He too tiny.
No. I didn't ask for that. Okay, let me ask for it. Okay, let me ask for it. Give me a choice. Okay, no. Take away my choice like that. Okay, like, if I like to be skinny, let me be skinny. Okay, let me do this right here.
Don't take away nobody's choice. Yes.
Oh, don't you get Nrgy started. Don't get her started. Don't take away nobody's choice. Don't you do that.
Hey, like I said, guys can experience that too. Okay, like I said, I think it happens to guys and women.
It does.
It's just different. I guess it kind of hits different when you're in a relationship with somebody and they say that they love you, but then they want you to change or something like that. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, that's just kind of weird, because I mean, I guess it's based on my idea of love too. And I want to say love is unconditional to a certain degree. Depending on the nature of the relationship or whatever. I don't know. It's just different. I guess everybody has their perception of it. I don't know.
I also wanted to expound on what Nrgy was saying when she was saying like the arrogance of the person. To be truthful, Nrgy, if a person not used to being a certain weight and they not used to the attention, you just might as well set yourself up to understand they're gonna be a little arrogant for a minute. Now, something's gonna bring them down. Eventually, they will come down, but it's bound to happen. You know, it is. You know, they got this. She flirting this new little body. She can put on some tank. She probably got that. She got that little confidence to put on a little tank now. She don't have to wear no shawl no more. So she like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm that chick now. So yeah, she done lost her mind just a tad bit. She gonna bring it back though, and she'll bring it back. Yeah. You gotta give her that space. You gotta get now. I am gonna put a disclaimer out that she doing too much. Yeah, you might need to sit her down and have a conversation. Huh. But you still have to get her that space to get used to the new person that she's becoming.
Yeah. Hey, do the same thing for the guys too, okay? So that guy drop all that weight, he in that gym, start taking that shirt off, walking around with those shirt on and stuff like that. Hey, give him space, okay? Give him space. Don't say that with his shirt off.
No, because I mean, I'm not a guy, but I can imagine they probably take your shirts off. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably ain't put on a shirt in about 2 weeks.
Oh, hey, some women don't like that. Okay, they be like, put your shirt up. Nah,
walk around here like that big muscle man. All right. So I can see that.
This is what I'm saying. Hey, don't have no double standard now. Okay, Delhi. Don't do it.
Are men more accepting of women with weight gain due to pregnancy opposed to just weight gain in general?
I think they are, because they have something to pinpoint the weight gain too. Like, okay, you pregnant, so this is where that weight gain is coming from.
Yeah, but depending on the pregnancy, the pregnancy weight doesn't always go away. What about after the baby's born and the pregnancy weight is still there? I don't mean 5 pounds either. I mean the hot 20. Yeah.
Hot 20.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that part is more conversation. Like, it's more conversation based on the body structure of that, because most people don't, especially from a guy's standpoint, don't understand what happens to women like after the fact or after something like that. Like, most guys don't know that. So that means that that's gonna have to be a conversation between you and that person to let them know that, hey, I might not be able to snap back like that or something like that. So don't be pressured to be talking about I'm gonna snap back after something like that, because it's not realistic. That may not be realistic.
But if social media come into play and you start looking at all these celebrities and talking about they don't snap back after 6 weeks, and it is shake our head. But you know I'm not lying. These fools start looking at social media. Well, you know, so-and-so snap back. She had our baby 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They don't know what's happening behind the scenes.
Exactly.
They probably got like 14 people on there working all day, 24 hours a day, trying to get that stuff back down and there.
Right. Thousands of dollars worth of equipment. And
that's what I'm saying. Like
a nanny, so they can go work out versus your wife has to be home 24/7 with the get out of here.
Yeah.
So true.
Don't be letting that social media.
But they ain't posting them behind the scenes. You don't think they posting this? Oh, this is what I look like before, and here 6 weeks later, this is what I look like now.
Well, hopefully you will be with someone who's not into the social media models, male or female.
Right.
And who has a realistic
they know those models, male or female, got those stretch marks just like we do. Got those discolorations just like we do. They got all that. So what do they know that these can be photoshopped to look beautiful? I'm gonna be beautimous. They can look beautimous in Photoshop. But they're still human. And skin still shrinks. And yeah, exactly. That's it right there. Still do the same thing to everybody. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, it's just snapping people into the reality of things. Okay. So social media is something else. That's a whole nother subject. It is. Okay. We can go all day on how social media does certain things to people. Okay. Yeah. Don't believe everything you see, okay? Don't do it. Okay? Don't believe everything you see. But when it comes to this topic about weight loss and weight gain, did we get it? Did we get everything off of this topic? Did we miss anything? I think we got it.
I'm sure we missed some stuff, but
yeah.
I'm sorry. I ain't mean to deflate you. We missed some stuff.
We did.
Yes, very much so. Because weight loss and weight gain is from a relationship perspective. Where your libido go, where they go. So that's a part of the relationship.
The libido, and that's true. That's true.
I mean,
because the thing about it is with weight loss or weight gain, it either a lot of times, especially with drastic weight gain and weight loss in females, even weight gain. So with drastic weight gain, her libido might decrease, right? But with drastic weight loss, it increases drastically.
Be ready to go at all times.
All times. And he might not be able to handle that.
Exactly.
Or her libido decreases because she don't gain weight. And he looking like, so what's up? It's been 2 weeks. What's the problem?
Yep.
Yeah.
We covered that. We talked about that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think we talked about it more from the side of position factor, of course.
Oh yeah, we did, but we didn't talk about like the actual female libido increasing or decreasing. We didn't say that. We didn't. But we did say it was inappropriate for us to say, "You gonna crush me."
Crush me.
Or you're scared for my safety. That
there you go.
that too.
Yeah, in that instance, we were talking about the actual physical weight. Now we're talking about sexual intention. Now.
The drive,
not the position. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that can be a good component of, or a good and or bad side effect of weight loss and or weight gain and stuff like that. That's a head scratcher though. That can either be a good thing for your relationship or a bad thing. I mean, yeah, that can go so many ways. It can. Because if it increases, that means that somebody's gonna have to keep up with that. And if it decreases, then somebody's gonna be mad at it. So it's like, it's like you darn if you do, or darn if you don't, isn't it? Man, good thing they got Amazon. Oh, my bad.
You and that Amazon. You shop there frequently.
I do.
Right.
But this.
What's on your nightstand?
Exactly.
You don't want to know what's on my nightstand.
Oh no, we talked about that earlier. No, she does. She asked the question. She wanted to know.
Is it rechargeable? No, let me stop.
I'm adulting, okay? I'm adulting, okay?
I'm adulting.
I'm adulting. I got a whole bunch of experimental things over here. Okay, very experimental things over there.
Okay.
Experimental?
Yeah.
She said experimental.
It's found.
Yeah. Because when you're, doing the whole adulting thing and stuff like that, if you have a curious partner, they like to try new things. So that's where the experimentation comes in.
Okay.
So where does Amazon come in?
Huh?
Where does Amazon come in?
They have a lot of
experimental things.
They have a lot of experimental products.
Okay.
Look at Nrgy's face.
Can you give some examples, like recommendations or suggestions?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Come on with it. Come on with it.
This may not be the episode for that. This may not be the episode for that. We were talking about weight loss and weight gain. Okay, I want to put all my business out in the street.
Because we be outdoors.
No, actually, I wouldn't. Okay, actually, I would. I just ain't got to put my business out in the street. Okay.
No, I'm not saying you gonna be outside, be outdoors, but like they got this saying, I be outside, so you gonna be outside. You put all your business outside.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we might have to just do an actual part 2 for this episode. We might, because if we left some things out in this episode, we want to make sure that we get the rest of it. Okay.
Okay.
So, fit another episode of Adding Perspective with Josh. I'm Josh.
I'm Coach Nrgy.
I'm Aphrodite.
I'm Edwina.
Yeah.